Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella has hailed India's adoption of digital technologies in the social sector schemes. In a conversation with Nandan Nilekani during the Bengaluru leg of the Microsoft Future Ready Summit, the Indian origin CEO said that the adoption was the greatest contribution India could make to the world.
We have great talent in the system, technocrats, volunteers. So it's actually a very loose coalition which has put this together. But what is your feeling? Do you think this is something which has global applicability?
No, 100%. First of all, I think that I had a chance even to have a brief conversation about this with the Prime Minister yesterday. To your point, his vision and even all the programs, the yojanas, and India Stack. In fact, the thing that I'm realizing is it's the magic of India Stack, because everything needs a feedback loop.
That's right.
It's the yojanas and the policies and the technology stack co-evolving.
That's right.
That's just a virtuous cycle that is unlike anything I've seen, and it's just tremendous. And to your point, I absolutely think both of these as perhaps the greatest contributions that India can make to the world, quite frankly. When I think about it, the idea that there is a digital public good is great. But there's a digital public good, but I'll even call it some sort of new ways to use them to make it possible for every society and economy to be more inclusive, right?
Exactly.
Which is, what is it that I learn in India every time I come? It goes back to even that thing I was talking about, Bashini.
Exactly.
Which is, it's the common man able to use the greatest technology to do something that is useful to them. And it's not about tech for tech's sake. And that, to me, is what I think India can contribute, which is, I think, it's the age of celebration of technology for technology's sake is over. It's about really thinking about technology and its use for everyone in the world. And that, I think, can be the greatest contribution.
Great. Thank you.
And speaking of that, maybe on top of the digital public goods, Nandan, the other thing that's happening, of course, is all the entrepreneurial energy. We are, after all, at the capital of India's entrepreneurial energy. How do you think about that? Like, what are you most excited about as someone who was the originator of it all?
Well, we had the original startup at Infosys. So. But I think what I'm actually fascinated, because in 2016, we had 1,000 startups. Today, we have 90,000 startups. It's like unbelievable. And my own journey in this, I feel like Rip Van Winkle, because in 2014, I came back after the Aadhaar project, and I live in Koramangala, which I didn't realize is the epicenter of this stuff. So I used to go for walks, and every small house would have some signboard, and bleary-eyed guys coming out at 6 in the morning after doing an all-night session. So I realized there's something afoot. And I think it's amazing, the energy, the startups, the kind of innovations. I meet young people with huge ambition and excitement. And many of the digital public goods that we have created actually enable a lot of this. I mean, Jio was able to scale up to 1 million customers a day because they use Aadhaar eKYC. Zerodha became the largest broking company using Aadhaar eKYC. All the payment banks. In the payment space, you have people like PhonePe who built large franchises on this. So all these technologies actually enabled in an open manner with APIs for private innovators to use. And when you look back at it, the original internet was that. It was a digital public good created by the government. It was used by all the companies. GPS was that. It was a digital public good created by the government, and today we have so many applications. So that's the same philosophy, taking it all the way forward to what a modern economy and society needs.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great way. In fact, I love the way you described it, because the original vision of the internet was that, which is it was the great leveler, so that everyone can build and create, and there will be frictionless access to it.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share, and subscribe.